Hi there, it's Mary from stampingmary.stampinup.net. Thank you for joining me in the 5 weeks of Christmas videos. Today's video is a 6x12 gift bag, and I've made it using some of our 12x12 two-tone cardstock. This is garden green, so it's sort of darker on one side and slightly lighter on the other. Very nice paper to work with. We're also using the Christmas tags in more 6x6 mix and match speciality designer series paper. That is a mouthful. What's great about this paper is it's all, Christmassy reds and greens colours, but also has the whole lot of die cuts. There's a few of them left in here. There's heaps of them actually. They're so good, and that's all we're doing with this bag. I'm just putting the die cuts around the outside and a little bit of stamping. The stamp is from the traditional labels stamp, that one there, and the die is also from that bundle, the traditional labels die. Here's the dies right here. Let's go ahead and make this cute little gift bag. It's very easy to make. So you'll need your 12x12 cardstock. You're also going to need a piece of that Christmas tags and more paper. And I've already gone ahead and die cut mine using the large party banners dies. If you don't have the party banners dies, you can just flag that yourself. But the party banners dies, here's the large die we used. They are so fantastic. I'll cut out that check paper there from it. These are really a must-have, particularly for this time of the year, making Christmas banners and so on. I've gone ahead also and cut another one. In this sample I've used garden green cardstock at the back, but I'm going to go ahead and I've cut the foil just to give it a bit of a different look this time. And I've also die cut our tag, which is from those traditional labels tags. Let's go ahead and stamp that first. That's actually the only stamping I've got to do. I'm stamping it in real red, just for you, which doesn't have to be for Christmas. Oh, not a great stamping, but let's just go with this for this one. I should have put more ink on the stamp. Let's go ahead and make the box now. So, as I said, it's 6x12 two-tone cardstock. Grabbing my Simply Scored tool, and on the what do we do? Score the short side at 1.5, so that's the bottom of the bag, and then the long side we're going to score at 1.5, 5.5, 7 and 11. And if you haven't made a note of all those, don't worry, because I've put the dimensions and all the products I'm using today in the description bar below. That's that light side and the dark side. This two-tone cardstock is just really useful, particularly if you are a scrapbooker. It's great. It's fabulous for that. Just folding all those score lines. I've made this bag several times, so nothing complicated about it. And because it's 6x12, you can get 2 from one piece of cardstock. So grab your paper snips, your scissors, whatever you have at hand. I just use my scissors, and at the bottom, down the bottom where we made that 1.5 inch mark, you're just going to cut away that one there, and then cut up these ones. Okay, and then we're going to adhere that to there. So I'm going to pop some tape down here. Use my my Stampin' Seal Plus. Bring that over, And there you have it. That's their side done. Oh, actually, I didn't get that very well. Let me see if I can just fix that. I didn't. Ooh. There we go. I just didn't get it quite matching at the edges, and it does need to be. There we go, that's better. And then where that seam is, that will be the back. So I'm going to fold these two in, that one, put some tape there. And that's all there is to it. It's a very, very easy little gift bag to make, or gift box to make. You can pop a little couple of handles on there if you want to. Right, let's go ahead and adhere. Let's actually decorate it first and we'll adhere it at the end. So like I said, I used garden green for that one, but I'm going to use foil here. So I've already selected my little cutouts, die cuts I should say. They are fabulous, truly fabulous, and they go, you know, they're really good value too. So just pop that one there, and then what I'm going to start starting to build it up. So cute little poinsettia, pop that there. Above my not very good stamping, but anyway. And then it's just a matter of, I'm just going to put some tape around here, some Stampin' Seal I should say, so I can just start popping these in around here. Not that one, let's do this one. How's that going to look? Yep, that's okay. And then really it just depends how you want it to look, how much you want poking out, how little you want poking out, really. What's that going to look like? Yeah, we can work with that. Let's have a little bit more. This is just one of those, you know, pop it in, see how it fits. Do you like it? Don't you like it? Rearrange. Here we go. And whoops, now I don't like particularly adhering onto foil because it's a little bit unforgiving as our foil, this foil I should say. I'm just trying to get that, whoops, everything's sticking to me. Put more tape there. There, come in there, little stocking. Come on, little stocking. There we go. Could use your glue dots actually if you preferred. I wouldn't recommend Tombow on foil. They don't like each other. They really don't like each other. Take it from experience. There we go. Now, I think I popped that up on dimensionals before, so let's do the same. I quite like it with the gold. Now, on my sample here, I used a new ribbon that's shaded spruce and, gosh, what's the other colour? It's two-tone shaded spruce and I want to say soft sage, but it's not soft sage. It'll come to me. But I'm not going to for this one because I thought I would put the red in. So we have a red as well. It's shiny on one side and matte on the other. I wonder if it's too much red to put on here. Too much? Let's put it on and see what happens. It's Christmassy. Sometimes, you know, you can always have a little bit too much. Oh, I like it with the gold pop there. think I might have used a smaller one for that one. It looks like a slightly smaller die cut, doesn't it? Oh no, it isn't, because I made that box a bit bigger. That's why. I made, with this box, I only scored the bottom at 1 inch to make it a bit taller. This one I scored at 1.5 inch at the bottom, so you can see the difference. It makes really no difference. If you do the 1.5 at the bottom, it just doesn't close flush, but it still closes, whereas this one's closed flush. Just depends how big you want the box, I suppose. But that's okay, we can make that work. So let's pop a ribbon on. It doesn't look like it's completely straight. Let me just see if I can fix that a little bit. That's better. Right, let's put some ribbon on here. Shiny ribbon. I like this ribbon. So you can have, the beauty of this is that you can have it the shiny and the matte as well, so, which is nice. I've done, in these 5 days of videos, I must admit, I have done a lot of red and green. And that's okay. Oh, where are my glue dots here? Pop this on with a couple of glue dots right here. We're nearly done. It's a really easy little box to make, and as all the products I've used at Stampin' Up, I have put a link, I've put links to all the products I've used in the description bar below, and if you have any questions about the products or you'd like to place an order, you can email me, stampingmary, MERRY, @gmail.com. Happy to help you. And that, oh, nearly forgot the embellishments. So these are the Dear Dot embellishments. I'm going to use the green ones. Just want to put one there. And there you have it. Which way do you like it? With the shaded spruce or the real reds? I like them both actually. There you go. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you have any questions again, please don't hesitate to contact me. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye now.